Alright everyone, so for everyone who doesn't know, this is Satisfactory and this is the Fixed Network Mod. And since there were a couple of questions from people who don't know shit about programming, or just very little, but would like to use this mod, I decided to give a brief introduction to the best of my knowledge about the basics of programming and also the basics of this mod. So this video we want to start with variables, and let's get right into it. So first thing is printing something, so we can print hello world onto this machine, and there you go, hello world. Cool. Now since you don't want to always type everything 10 million times, we can use variables. In this case we can say a equals hello and b equals world, and maybe you write it correctly. So now instead of print hello world, we can print a, then we need to make two dots to combine two variables together, and then we say b. That prints hello world without space. So now we can go and make one extra space here. Again, a variable, two dots, text, two dots, variable again. And then we have added this. We can go a step further and say c equals a, 2 points this, and 2 points b. 2 points would be helpful to do. So what did I do? 3. So now if we take this and put c in there, you will see they both do exactly the same. The good thing about this is, and why you want to do this, is if you do a bunch of other stuff here, or for example you print that for whatever reason 5 times, you only need to change this, right? And you don't need to change every single instance of it. Alright, cool. So now we know we can put text into variables. To be fair, you should maybe give them names that are a little bit more meaningful than this. I don't know. You don't need to do it for everything, but just if we go over here, for example, right? If I would just call this panel A and this button B and that C, I would have a hard time figuring out which is what later down the code. So that's why you want to aim for giving your variables a little bit more meaningful names. So now if we print C, that will say what? I don't know what that is. I also don't know what A and B is, and that's why I can't string them together. So think about your variable names in the beginning so that you don't have to change them later on. There we go. It's back to that now. So now let's move on and see what else we can do. So if it's just numbers, A, B, and C are usually meaningful enough. If we just want to do calculations like in this example, so let's do A and B 5, and let's call this then the result, and that's A plus B. And then we want to print that out again. Okay. As you can see now, I did not put quotation marks there because this is a variable and I want to print out what this is and not result as a text. So that prints now 6. Just to show you what I mean, this would just print result, right? Because I say print the text result, and here I say print the variable result, which is the result of A plus B. And I'll change that plus to multiplication sign 5, and if I change A to 6, it will be 30. So you can also put numbers in here. Another thing you can put in here is called a Boolean value. Boolean means is it true or false. So we call this bool1 equals true and bool2 equals false. And then we can say print. Now let's do a funny one, bool1 first. That prints true, and bool2 will print false. And we can also say print bool2 equals bool1. I think, at least in Lua you can do the same. Yeah. So what this means is, if we have two equal signs, we want to compare two things, right? So we say basically with this, check if bool2 is the same as bool1. And if we now go ahead and make both true, then this is also true. Same goes if we make both false. Then this statement will also be true because bool1 and bool2 are both false, so they are all the same, which results in true. And I think that's that about Boolean values, more or less. Yeah, I think those are the basic variable types you will use to do programs. I mean, there's, if we, for example, go and change this to that, that's also a number, but it's a decimal number, you know, it's 1.2. The good thing about Lua is we don't need to specify what variable type it is. We can just put something in, and Lua tries to figure it out by itself. I think I could even do this. So actually I say this is a string, it's text, right? But it will still know, okay, these are both valid numbers and you want to divide them, so it just assumes that you meant it to be a number and not text. Alright, I think that's all you need to know about variables. And in the next video we will go and look at if statements.